Salam and welcome to my presentation at PsyOps 2021. I was talking about VKG Volkovanov, a PsyOps framework. Okay, who I am? I'm Santiago Perez Montaño. I'm performing as cybersecurity engineer at Birmingham Cyberam at England. I'm an active member of DC 5411, Argentina and Uruguay. I'm a speaker at PsyOps Iran, Red Hat, USA, United States, and Autodefensa Digital, Argentina. We will talk about VKG or Volkovanov. Volkovanov is a PsyOps framework written in Python and Flask, and based on our tool Big Brother. Big Brother is a fake news plus propaganda generator, powered by Python and machine learning, capable of generating fake news in any language, like French, Spanish, or English. VKG acts as a smart front-end extending Big Brother original features. We will discuss both on this talk. Okay, in this slide, we can see a brief example of 10 fake news from the application, in this case, of leftist ideology. We can see 10 generated 10 left-oriented headlines using markup chains at Big Brother. Okay, and this example, we have the disclaimer. Disclaimer, as with all technology, the output we receive depends on the input. This talk is not aimed at being political in either support or criticism of any party or person. The generator of fake news, either left or right, is conditioned by the content that is fed out into our tool, and there are no pre-programmed biases within the system. This talk is for fun, only for fun, and to share an investigation. We appreciated being able to maintain that nature throughout it, and especially in the question section. The next slide, we can see GPT-2, a high-quality fake news generator, was related. It's an advanced fake news generator by OpenAI. It was to be released in February 2019, but OpenAI withheld the full version of the program out of fear it would be used to spread fake news, spam, and disinformation. After a lot of criticism from the community, it was finally released a probably reduced version on November of the same year. If you want, you can try a third-party implementation for free on Transformer.com. Or we want you to do something similar ourselves with Big Brother. Okay, weaponizing fake news, politics. We can generate false forecasts or ignite dirty campaigns, misinform about a party or a candidate in favor or against, influence an election, for example. Economics, currency fluctuation, particularly in closed economies like Argentina. Stock crypto fluctuation, generally used in pump and dump scams, undermine the reputation of a company. At social and daily life, generate discontent about a party, politician, or government measure, even in an organized way, propaganda and disinformation devices. We can do a campaign of a propaganda and disinformation devices to try to fell down a daily life, a social life of a man or or a company, for example. Okay, here we can see two brief examples of fake news in politics. Emblematic cases involve fake news, political, and Uruguay. For example, President Lacalle Pou to resign. Clickbait often seen in malvertising. Another example, a minister close to the president had a fatal accident. Same as above, mostly malvertising related. And in this, we can see example in economics. Emblematic cases involving fake news at economical in Argentina. Central Bank of Argentina ran out of dollars. Withdraw your funds ASAP. This fake news come back every couple of years. A popular biscuit factory closed due to the crisis. The factory denied this multiple times. And another example is the best Argentine stocks to avoid the crisis. The stock market was crashing at the time and kept sinking down, dragging up everything on this path. Then in this we can see in the social zone emblematic cases involving fake news social at Argentina too. Imminent coup in Argentina, clickbait. Or another fake news, total lockdown might not end until 2021, clickbait. Now that you have seen how simple headline can be weaponized, let's try doing it ourselves. Well, collection. Normally, who can comment about a new story? Anyone who has read it. Who can comment about a new story in 2021? Anyone who hasn't read past the headline. This is the best vulnerability to exploit. People who doesn't read. Big Brother will always succeed against people without reading habit because it read way more than them. Okay, how does Big Brother collect news? Using RSS. User defines their URL and political affiliations of target in an input file, CSV. How does Big Brother read these RSS feeds? With Fed Parser is a library of Python. You can install with pip install Fed Parser. We can see how the app collects different RSS to inform itself and be able to generate fake news. Collection. How does Big Brother store this news? CSV files, one for each affiliation, left, right, garbage news. How does Big Brother generate fake news from them? Okay, neural network. What is that? A full approach the neural network way. Computer system vaguely inspired by the biological neural network. Each node in the network can signal other nodes and receive feedback in order to learn and improve over time. How do you implement them? Using Keras, a high-level API working on top of TensorFlow. TensorFlow is an open source machine learning platform using at Big Brother, of course. Training a model and generating fake news from it. Train a model in Big Brother, it's easy. You have to specify orientation like left, right, or garbage, iteration. 3 important words to work with. Okay, the more iteration and the more specific the words to associate, the better the final result. In the following example, we will use only 10 interactions which will lead to a very poor model. In this slide, we can see how only 2 words like Biden and Megan were used to create fake news, thereby generating approximately 10 fake news. On the other slide, the word propaganda was used creating 10 more news items. We can see the, the propaganda word is the leader of every news. Like propaganda late discards, wake up, deliberate, flip flop, words, nothing, notice, leave, prosecutor appended. Okay. We will training a model and generating fake news from it. We have used 3 words and only 10 iterated results taken from this model will be obviously disastrous. Training a competent model requires a lot of input and several iterations. This may not be the best alternative for someone in a hurry or who only wants to test the application, but we have them covered. The fast lane, the Markov chains way. As stochastic values can change over time, the Markov chain can change over time the values. Model describing a sequence of possible events in which the probability of each event depends only on the state attained in the previous event. Is purely based on probabilistic. In a given sequence A, B, or C, B value depends on a value of A. C value depends on value of B. Indirectly, it depends on value of A but is not aware. Markov chain is a memoryless process. Okay. Probabilities. The fast lane of Markov chains. Sleeping after running 10%. Running after sleeping 16%. Eating after running 30%. Running after eating 17%. Markov chains can be implemented towards text generation. 6 words long sentence equal sequence A B C D E F. Possible values taken from a text file, book, CSV, dump, etc. Value for A. Hello. Value for B. Everyone, mother, and world. Value for C. Nice, my, how. Equal to meet you, are you doing? Or are you doing? Value for D. Name, dog head, equal barks again or hurts bad. Value for F, Mauro, Santiago, or not. I bet you use something similar every day. Okay. Hello friend, my name is Santiago. Canadian fake news. How? Marco Bifi, pip install Marco Bifi. Marco Bifi is another library from Python. We have to install the Marco Bifi at pip install Marco Bifi. Its reliable output will be clunky at times, but the cost of generating this output is ridiculously low. You can generate a couple of headlines in a few seconds. Faster speed, lower cost, cheaper result. The following example we run with the time command to measure their duration. Okay, we have four examples. Facebook planned political censorship in anticipation of chaos, including direct ICS. 4. Intel spared first Trump will hold another superspreader event. 5. There is nothing but bad news for a goofy new program and campaign. COVID survivors furious after Trump refused to tell their roommate about possible life on Venus. 7. Kamala Harris helped alleged child sex abuse. Iowa is a lion. Okay, in this slide, we are going to see a demo. Okay, we have a several example. We can see how it generate fake news both for the right party as well as for the left party. Here we have an example of a party. Okay, we can see the fast of the application to generate fake news at right party, and we will see uh, an example of a left party of fake news. Okay, well, okay, informal example for both approach. Training model approach. You are not a native English speaker. You say, my name, Mauro. Your teacher educates you and explain in full linguistic detail why you are wrong, citing the corresponding grammatical and syntactical rules, and correct your phrase by citing an example she knows for sure is correct based on his knowledge. My name is Mauro. Markov chain approach. You are not a native English speaker. You say, my name is Santiago. I'm not a teacher, but that phrase indeed sounds old to me. I use it to think the word is normally placed between name and a name. I can't cite English grammatical syntactical rules, but I'm sure that it should be placed there based on previous time I saw it done that way. Advantage and disadvantage of each method. Training a model take more time to complete but improve over time. Can be retrained as needed, increasing accuracy. Bound to a specific language, the one trained like English, Spanish, French, but one if you train in Spanish, you only specific language like Spanish. You can use it. You can use Spanish language. Okay, Markov chains. Instant rule results, but a couple of them will still be clunky. Faster result but lower accuracy. Is the probabilistic approach. Works instantly with any language. Lighter, almost no dependencies. Like a training model, heavy use of dependencies and resource consuming. Okay, hybrid. You can generate output with Markup based on those from training model. You can also generate output with a model trained from headline generated by micro chains. This may help you on fine tuning the way you want to like. This is highly experimental. Expect lot of problem. Okay, the replicant test. Once you have collected enough data, around 100 headlines, you should try the test switch, which will launch an interactive staging menu, the replicant test. The replicant test will try to generate fake headlines using Markov chains. You will be prompted to choose one of them to be hidden among real headlines. You may ask a friend to try and guess the fake headline interactively. helping you to see if your sources are useful and reliable and if you are on the right track. Okay, we have a demo here. In this demo, we have the replicant that what it does is verify which title is false. What we have to do is put a number from 0 to 9. Okay, we will choose a headline. For example, we will choose the number 8. We will put number 8. As you can see, in this case, the 8 was put and the result was that the answer was correct, discovering that it was a false headline. Okay, again we use the replicant to show you that is legitimate. We will choose a new number of another headline. We choose 5 and the result is wrong answer. The fake headline was having socially elected office. The replicant test. Don't you dare to believe us. If you do, this talk was in vain. Google every headline and see by yourself that they are actual news stories from well-known sites. Of course, you won't be able to find one of them at all. That is the fake one. Wait, I'm too lazy for Googling 20 headline. Also, I'm busy scrolling my Facebook feed where I can get better news. That is why we start this talk in first place. Okay, Volkovanov or VKG. We are creating probably the first propaganda framework which is based on Big Brother. It features a WebGui plus AP and is built atop Flask. Aside from making every step easier, it features a model for quickly searching images related to the fake headline you want to be realized. Okay, we can see Volkovanov and we have a source name, RSS URL, and source orientation, left, right, and garbage. Add a new source, and we have other options like get source states, get source list, and collect more news. Okay, here we have an example. We have Trump COVID infection shows why it's time to confirm Guinfor successor. Search for related content, Trump. Proceed. We have the third step is publish, headline to publish. And we have 10, 10 headline to publish for example, a portrait of the world or Donald Trump are taking a coronavirus test before his October 12th debate. Okay, conclusions. It doesn't take a dedicated all research lab to produce fake news quickly and massively. Anyone can recreate this experiment on a very low budget setup and use it to their own advantage. Machine learning is unstoppable. Absolutely all available information can be classified into patterns and exploited for the particular benefit of a system, even for by-side ones. Okay, a special thank to all the PsyOps staff. A special thank to Florencia Diaz, Flor Diaz at Twitter, for helping us developing Big Brother. Thank you, Flor. And this is the the social media to contact us. Follow us. Santiago Perez Twitter at Santiago P1, Mauro Eldridge, DC DEFCON Group 15411, Twitter DC5411, and GitHub DC5411. Grab a copy at GitHub Mauro Eldridge Big Brother. I hope you liked the talk and we await your question. Thank you very much for your attention.